I want to say hello everybody to this week's live, and I hope you can hear me well, you can see me well, and you are in the right mood for starting the weekend soon with some ideas how to make your life the best life ever. I had this nice weekend. So in Germany, and I would also say in Austria, it's always nice to prepare the afternoon with a cake and coffee. And then it was a really nice weekend and a really nice get together. And I just reminded myself how passionate we are with going live and reaching out. That's a little bit similar. And this is the topic for today. You can actually make your life like a cake party and have it the way you would like to reach out. And that's the idea that I would like to give you today for this weekly live that I am trying to do every Friday around this time, around lunchtime, Central European time. So what does this have to do with, coffee and cake, Kaffee und Kuchen, if you are preparing your live video and if you're doing a live video? Well, it is a little bit alike. Your cake, your setting, the guests that you invite, the interaction that you create, the end of the party, that is a little bit alike. And so therefore, please forgive me if this might be too simple for you, but I always like to have nice pictures, and maybe it's also an inspiration for you to do your own coffee and cake next weekend and invite some friends over. So let us start with the first thought that I would like to share with you about doing your best live and the metaphor, the party idea. So it is about first, what's the most important if you have a party? You would say the guests, of course. I would start with this: have a cake. So if you have something prepared and you're inviting somebody over, it's already like going to have a plan. So you have the central point. No matter how this is going to be, but there is going to be a cake at some point of the invitation. So it is not bad to plan your live video and your stream. It is actually a nice thing to have something prepared. But when you are going to have the cake, you can be flexible, of course, about it. But what a good feeling it is if you have something like the cake prepared, even if nothing else is there. If the people are ringing on the door, you have something. So you can still have them sitting there and already give the cake, but it also gives you the peace of mind to have a piece of cake. Okay, so that's my first thought about doing the best live. Then the second thought is set it up in advance. So it's a little bit connected to the cake. And what I would like to, forgot one thing. One thing about the cake also is, let's go back. The cake is something where I would say you really want to give something. If you have something prepared, so you are going in advance. So you have something you want to share. You have something that is really dear to you and you're also feeling excited about. So see it the same way. So if you're just going live to get something, to get the views, to get, people joining your live stream or to sell something, I bet you are not going to have that much of an interaction, that nice of a party after all. So people might come for this time, but maybe they are not coming the second time. So this is why I would say there is this element of your mission, your purpose that you are going to have for this party. And the same thing goes for the general setup. What about having a party and nothing is prepared? So the guests even have to help you to find the plates, the silverware, the glasses, and where are the drinks. So the setup of the party can be the light, the microphone, the background, the setting in general, and it can be totally okay if you're doing it from the street, because you can then show where you live and what you are doing. But yeah, I would say be prepared to have something more, that people can understand you well, that people are really inclined to follow you. So this is the part of setting up your party in the way you would like to have it. So next point, have guests that excite you. It is good to have somebody there at the party, but you know, it's also a little bit energy drowning if you have people you first have to explain a lot and you have to give the idea who you are. If you are sharing your life among friends and you're inviting a good part of people over that are already knowing you, that are also positively feeling about you and are exciting you, that cheering up for you, it's a good thing. Of course, you can always invite new people in, but if it's all new people, it's going to be a little stiff, I would say. And so make sure to have at least somebody to be around and to cheer you up. And during the replay, you are going to be more excited about it. Tony, thank you so much for being around as well. So this is exactly what I mean. So to have people there at your party, at the end, it's your party and it's your life. And so you don't have to please anybody. So make sure that it's exciting to you and that the spark is coming over to everybody who is watching this and is maybe seeing this because the algorithm is telling them, okay, there is an interesting video for you to watch. But then people are already feeling among friends. You don't have to be super stiff and you don't know where to start really. So they're already part of the story. Yeah, and if you have any questions, any comments, of course, feel free to let me know and make it interactive. And that's, of course, the next part. Leave room for interaction. So again, it is nice to have everything set up, to have the cake, to have whatever snacks there and to have the drinks. And if you're the one who has to run the whole party all by yourself, it's a little bit exhausting after a certain time. Of course, you can do it and you can have your program, but also leave room for the guests to be there and to bring in their instruments or whatever they want to participate. So live video is interaction, so you live in the moment. And don't make it too perfect. Leave room for the guests, and especially the great guests that can leave their point of view, that make the whole picture bigger, that also spark the enthusiasm and at the end build even more energy in the room. And that's what I think is a real good video live stream. And at the end it on time. So there is no real rule how long a live video has to last, but 10 minutes is a good time to at least do it, because also the algorithm picks up that there is some interaction in your life, hopefully, and some engagement. But also make sure that people have a possibility to leave and take what you have given, and also have a possibility to follow on their own life as well. So therefore, like an endless party is also kind of difficult, and it's difficult for you because you have to clean up the mess at the end, and for the guests because maybe they want to go and they can't. So this is something where I would say, as a rule of thumb, I see like 10 minutes to 30 minutes as a good way to end your life on a good time. So before I end this live video about the best life on time, hopefully to leave you out into the weekend, I would also say, if you want to give something at the end, that's nice as well. Because at least in my background, if there is too much cake left at the end, so the guests get something that they could take home, to the people that couldn't join the event. So also have something at the end to leave them with. So for a live video, it would be that you have a certain call to action, that you can give people a website, a product that would give the people an added value, that would be relevant for the people who joined your live video. And so this is what I can really encourage you to go for it. Of course, leave your mark at the end. For example, here. Now, if you don't have any questions or any comments on this, I would of course encourage you to go for more in my YouTube channel, and I'm constantly adding new users. What's your benefit about it? First, you are notified when a new piece is out, and I'm constantly doing new pieces on like best practices, on tutorials of going live, and also new live streams will be streamed there as well. If you like this video, just subscribe to this channel now and you'll get notified on more live and best practice videos on how to have the right technology and the right mindset for live video content. And if you have any thoughts about this, of course, write them into the comments as well.